Look at this. I think this is some X-ray equipment. We are of course making a new teardown video. I think there is some interesting stuff inside of this unit. At least this one means interesting, yeah. Look at that cable and how it's mounted. Even the mechanical things, absolutely interesting. Look at this. Advanced Metals Research Corporation. Aha. What do they do? And what could this be? What I found so far, look at the different materials, different adjustment length of this entire unit. You loosen these screws and then you can move this entire piece up and down, and there's a little line here where you put the right material length or distance to something here in the middle. This must be the emitter or some stuff. And then also a very interesting thing is this entire unit can change its angle. I think this is angle of detection. So there's obviously something going on in here with the angle of detection. And look at this again. We find indicators of different materials written on the side. So this is where you adjust the angle. And then what are you detecting here? Also, if we look at the entry to the detector, I find something really interesting about the whole mechanics and the slots, and there's some adjustments or some holding here where you can, maybe something is missing here. There's a screw where you click in some stuff. Aha. This is, also look at this fine adjustment. So if you adjust this whole piece, super fine adjust. And again, some lines of adjustments. Very interesting object. What the heck? And let's look at this box that was following this unit. I have no idea where they fit. Obviously this is for the parts that I don't have, but again, and two of the same size, and the numbers of, yeah, I think the ratio is written there, and another one, see, and a big one. What are they doing? The only thing that I found is this fits the diameter right here. So maybe this, the screw that's supposed to go here, I have no idea. Also, I found all these little pieces that were nicely put in the holes. So, and this one fits in this one. See? That gotta be a clue when they fit. But this one doesn't really fit anywhere. There's a line of, and this is a funny material. Some angles or some reflectors. Maybe you take this out and put in an angle reflector thingy, or maybe it's, I don't know, where's, so that one is funny. And look at this one. even more crazy. This is also made of some stainless steel. I have no idea. And then you've got to see this piece. Very, very special. This seems to be something you insert for distance calibration. Maybe it goes in there. I have no idea again. This is absolutely out of my league completely. I totally admit this. But look again, all those different things. Some are wide, some are narrow, and the number written on them. I think this has something to do with an aperture or an opening of 0.2. So this got to be the distance here. But look, this one fits here. Click. So this one fits, and then all the magic can go through here. I don't know if we can put in some light, and then you can see through the hole into this detector thingy, and then you can pick some materials. So all those are different materials. It's written on it what kind of materials it's either is or detecting or what have you not. So those are maybe the angle thingy, mixing, detection, what have you. This actually fits here. See? Ah, damn it. I think you're not supposed to push it that hard. So you hold this and then you stick it. This is a little bit impossible to do with one hand, but I was lucky to do this before. So that means those two can, normally you can push this a little bit all the way. Then this thing goes here, and then you can look through the aperture, through the detection angle thingy into the detector. So this one was, so that got to be the combination of these, and then I find some other wider ones, and again with an aperture setting, but now it is in inches or some other, a half a what banana and a quarter of a something, but I think this one fits in the front here because it doesn't fit in the back. This one goes in here. I think you can release this screw here, and then this piece will remove or move back and forward, and then you can stick this in. So that means you will have a very, very accurate detection angle going in. So if anybody knows what the heck this is, please tell me. Please put in a link, because I am absolutely out of my comfort zone in thingy funny stuff. A PW some stuff. It's written on it. It's the Magic 104062, and there's also a line. So this one, another diameter, and again. And please don't tell me those are radioactive. I mean, if you touch those, you will die, please. Ugh. And yeah, I also found that you can turn this, and there's a screw that will loosen this, and then you will have access to. You can even rotate the oops. And then you can see some glass, the cable here. I even got the complete cable. So at the end of this So we got two, oh, those are shielded cables, two shielded cables, and then this is an RG58 in a BNC, and then the two smaller shielded cables goes to this fantastic cable, and then there is high voltage. This gotta be high voltage, and like a lot of high voltage. And I have not seen this type of connector before. It is not the high voltage BNC. It is not its bigger counterpart as well. See? So what is this connector for? High voltage, yeah. What I think we should do is come back with a screwdriver and open this magic box of, oh, there's maybe something written here. Maybe Google will tell us what that is. A Philips made in Holland and a PW1965-20 DY1787. What is this? Anybody knows? Can we Google this? There was also a book. So this is X-ray diffractionsunits. And I find 89 and some voltage and current stuff. And there's some stuff with angles and whatnot. I also find something about different tests stuff and some temperatures and oh, this is angles, and some stuff is actually written in English. That is a few years later in '92. How to reconnect the cables in the diffractometer. So what is that? It's definitely something with X-ray generator, X-ray tube, and some shutter thingy. This is interesting. I didn't see a lot more in this book of interest, but definitely something with X-ray generation or X-ray something. This is just really, really cute. So this one is spring-loaded, and look at the angle fine adjustment. This gotta be super, super accurate when you adjust this. Oh, that is crazy. Also, I need to figure out how to get this part. I think this is what we do first, and see if we can poke this out, and then we have this entire fantastic unit to look at. I always go absolutely nuts when I see a label like that. This means this is exactly what I need to be looking at. Most interesting box in the whole unit. It's always like that, isn't it? So let's have a look. What have we got in here? We should be able to open it now. Come on. Yep. Oh. What is that? Okay, so the high voltage goes via a super nice shielded cable. A lot of transistors and stuff. This looks a lot like, yep, it looks like a Geiger counter. And it also looks a little bit like a Geiger tube. Oh, look at that red wire. Isn't that just really, really cute? So this will be the detection. Looks like they got two different, yeah, exactly. So this circuit is the detection circuit, and some cables for doing this and that. It is really nicely made. So the tube is mounted in some, okay, let's try and see if we can get in there, right? Yeah. See, the blue wire and the black wire are actually the thinner shielded cables. And then there's the RG58 detector cable. And it is clearly, you see, the ground screw is connected to this is the decoupling capacitor for the high voltage. And then this is the coupling capacitor for the detector circuit. Diodes, of course, resistors, and then it goes into the transistors for doing the clickety click. This is totally a Geiger detector circuit. Really nicely made. Let's read what is on the PCB. Oh, that's just a long number. So let's try and get the tube out. This is really what we came for. Ooh. This is where the magic happens. I think we need to be very careful with this little thingy. So this is just how mean they've been screwing this tube really tight. But of course this is machined in one piece. Look how well everything is made. So that went here. So it's called T51K5B, whatever that is. But what I see here, I don't know if I can take a photo of this. Yeah, look at that. There's a thin wire in there. Yeah, here you see. What the heck is that? That is interesting. I'm playing with some optics here. So see if I can get a picture of this thin wire. Here we go. How old is this? It's difficult to say. Is there maybe like a coat on the transistors? So it's written like PR614 here. And look, somebody blew up all the transistors. So they have been changed. I'm just taking everything to bits and pieces just for fun. And look at that. Teflon. It's slick with Teflon. Oh, I just love it. And the same in here. So it's just, the movement is just smooth. Oh, nice. And all these pieces. This one is really heavy. So I guess this is brass. It is crazy how heavy this one is. Maybe that one as well. What is this made from? It's really beautiful, the chrome. I don't know how you pull this together apart. But there's a screw in here. This super heavy piece is chromed brass. See? I got a hole in it here. So this is clearly brass. And what they did when they manufactured this, they soldered together these two parts because that is visible in here. Maybe it's too difficult to mill this piece accurately, because something needs to go in here, otherwise you wouldn't have this. And what this doing? And this is the little springy for the little steel ball that is here. This is holding the cartridges you stick in here with the apertures. Oh, really cute. I think I'm done. Let's throw all this junk out. The only thing I'm gonna keep is this baby. That is cute. A nice souvenir.